Hello, thank you. Welcome to Futures for Our Future. I'm Eric.
And I'm Brian. Let's get to this week's top stories.
All right, traders, grab your favorite Kentucky bourbon and settle in, because the prop firms are at it again with their New Year, New Rules resolutions. And honestly, it's like they're trying to become the personal trainers of trading. Except, instead of yelling at us to do more burpees, they're yelling, fewer accounts, more live trading. Tradeify is shaking things up starting January 7th. The 5-day minimum profit rule? Gone. Now you need 10 trading days for a payout. But there's a catch. Profit goals between payouts. After the first, you'll need to hit specific targets before cashing out again. It's all about proving you can grow an account, not just milk it. They're also adding a $2,000 end-of-day trailing max drawdown for $50,000 accounts, because blowing up isn't a strategy. Plus, they're capping funded accounts at 5 per trader and expanding payout windows. These changes aim to reward real traders and weed out system abusers.
Meanwhile, TickTick Trader isn't holding back. Starting January 1st, traders are limited to 3 accounts with no mixing of types. Payouts now require a 2% profit target, and live sim payouts are capped, $25,000 on a $250,000 account max. After 6 payouts in sim, you're pushed into live trading. It's all about filtering out bots and hobbyists to focus on serious traders. If you are thinking this seems strangely familiar, you're not wrong. Look back at other direct-to-funded prop firms that went down this road. They started with relaxed rules, opened the floodgates for too many accounts, and eventually got overrun by sim farmers. Now, Tradeify and TickTick Trader might be framing these updates as safeguards, but let's be honest, that's exactly what the defunct firms claimed before they vanished. So what's the play? These changes might help Tradeify and TickTick Trader stay afloat, or they could mark the beginning of the end. Either way, traders like us need to stay sharp, stay disciplined, and make the most of what's left on the table. The prop firm landscape is shifting, and the real question isn't whether these companies will survive, it's whether we can thrive under the new rules they've set. Expect big changes in 2025. Good luck and Happy New Year.
Great news, folks. We've got an exclusive one-time-only discount code for FlexyTrade, and that code is almost a year. That's right, in honor of their impressive accomplishment of making it slightly longer than Profit Raid and F Them Traders, also known as FTT. But let's be real, the discount code might as well be another one bites the dust, because FlexyTrade just announced they're shutting down. Yep, they've disabled all trader accounts and are now helpfully recommending chargebacks. You know things are bad when even the company is like, yeah, just go ahead and dispute charges with your bank. We're out. FlexyTrade joins the illustrious ranks of FTT and Profit Trade because nothing says trusted prop firm like a business model that lasts less time than an unopened carton of milk. Remember FTT? They promised unlimited payouts until they realized, oh wait, people actually expect us to pay them. And Profit Trade? They went full Houdini, vanished faster than your stop loss on an FOMC announcement.
But FlexyTrade's email is a chef's kiss of corporate PR. We apologize for the inconvenience, they say. Inconvenience? You locked people out of their accounts and told them to call their credit card companies. That's not an inconvenience. It's a financial dumpster fire. And let's not forget their heartfelt farewell. We've been proud to serve the trading community for nearly a year. Oh, how generous. A whole year. Meanwhile, traders spent more time figuring out how to pass your gauntlet than you spent existing as a company. Here's the real kicker. They're working diligently to process pending payouts. Sure, because if there's one thing failing prop firms are known for, it's delivering on promises. Raise your hand if you think those payouts are actually coming. Yeah, I didn't think so.
So, what's the lesson here, folks? If your prop firm's motto is no evaluation direct to funded, maybe ask yourself how they plan to fund you. Spoiler alert, they don't. These firms are less about creating opportunities and more about collecting fees, running for the hills, and leaving traders to duke it out with Visa and MasterCard. To all the traders out there, stay sharp, do your due diligence, and maybe next time, stick to a firm that doesn't treat your capital like monopoly money.
And now, let's take a moment to honor the dearly departed. Cue solemn music. We remember the short-lived dreams, the bold promises, and the guaranteed payouts that never came. FlexyTrade, FTT, Profit Trade, you burned brightly, but oh so briefly, like a firework that turned out to be a sparkler. Gone too soon, but also not soon enough. From all of us who were burned this year, in the words of the great Ice Cube, bye Felicia.
Oh, it's that time of year again. Trading guru season. You know, when every self-proclaimed market wizard on YouTube decides it's their civic duty to hand out free, unsolicited advice to every trader. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here thinking, thanks, but I didn't ask. Look, ending the year below your trading goal is already tough. But now, every trader with an affiliate code feels compelled to tell you what you could have done better. Last year. Oh, thank you so much for the hindsight wisdom. You know what else would help? A time machine. Let's be real, these videos aren't for us. They're confessionals. They're basically saying, hey, I finally stopped sabotaging myself, followed my own rules, and guess what? It worked. Oh, wow, congrats. Welcome to basic trading discipline. Meanwhile, I'm just out here trying to survive without a pep talk from someone who streams their bad habits for all to see.
Because here's the thing. How can we trust you? Half your live trading streams break every rule you're now preaching. Don't pretend you followed those rules to get where you are. You were rogue, reckless, and lucky. Now you're here saying, don't do what I did, except maybe do it because it worked for me, eventually. And don't even get me started on the Discord crowd, the ones with entire teams trading for them while they're off recording motivational speeches. Oh, you're going to tell me about simple yet disciplined strategies? Honey, you're lucky if you take one of your own trades a month. Then we have the affiliate code crew. Let me ask you this. How can I take you seriously when you make 10 times more money from affiliate commissions than actual trading? And we all know why. Because you don't get payouts. You don't even have a live account. Your entire business model is fleecing bad traders into using your affiliate codes.
Now, I get it. Supporting creators for their content is fine. I'll even use your code if your content's good. But don't turn around and give me a lecture on how to trade. There's a handful of people out there who actually get it. The ones without inflated egos who don't pretend to have all the answers. Those are the people worth listening to. So, trading gurus, let's make it simple. I don't need your rules, hindsight, or affiliate pitches. What I need is honesty, and maybe a little less condescension. I'm not mad at you for making money. I'm mad you think you're the reason the rest of us aren't. Here's the truth. You can't PSA your way to better trading. Tips like control your downside or daily journaling for the win won't make anyone a successful trader. Don't believe me? Give a friend who's never traded those tips and see what happens. Better yet, make a playlist of all the end-of-year advice and see if that works. Spoiler, it won't.
Now try this instead. Give them a super basic strategy. For example, go long 1 micro every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Use a 100 tick stop or take profit. 1 trade per day, always long, every trading day for 2025. Backtest it. Compare the results with those guru tips. I'll wait. The point is, if you're struggling, it's not because you forgot to pay yourself. It's probably because you think your strategy is missing something, so you keep tweaking it. Or you're impatient, size up too quickly, or take too many trades. Take 2 of the most successful traders this year, Patrick Whelan and Trader Kane. Their strategies are among the simplest in the trading space, and they give them away for free. Most of their live streams are spent explaining why they are not trading. Struggling traders are always looking for reasons to enter trades instead of observing all the reasons not to. If there's a common theme in trading, it's simplicity. Stick to a simple, repeatable process, and eventually you'll find success.
If you need motivation, here's a story about real payouts, not trading platitudes. Patrick accomplished the trading equivalent of scaling Everest. He requested a $600,000 payout from Apex Trader Funding, and they actually delivered. After their cut, Patrick walked away with $565,000, and he's got the receipts to prove it. Literal bank proof, no Photoshop, no trust me bro, just cold hard evidence. While Patrick is showing off his bank account, most traders are left thinking, the only thing I deposited in 2024 was existential dread. But here's the kicker. Patrick isn't just flexing on us. Oh no, he's got a message, and it's not, look at my Lamborghini, peasants. It's about grit, determination, and wait for it, 8 years of waking up, grinding, and refusing to quit. 8 years. That's like trading dog years. Most of us can't stick with a hobby for 8 weeks, let alone 8 years of staring at charts and questioning every life decision. Patrick wants you to know that trading isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a barely-get-rich-after-years of heartbreak scheme. He's honest about the roller coaster ride. Up, down, sideways, backwards. He's done it all. And somehow he didn't quit. In fact, he doubled down and created one of the most affordable courses in the space. And guess what? People love it. And why wouldn't they? It's bull flags, bear flags, trendline breaks, and momentum. Simple, effective, and proven.
So I'll leave you with this. If you can't summarize your strategy in a YouTube short, you're probably overcomplicating it. Here's Trader Kane, who made over $2.2 million with Apex in 2024, proving that simplicity wins every time.
I have a very specific model, and if people go on my Twitter, they can kind of see that model quite easily. It's just I wait for a sweep of liquidity in one direction, and I typically trade a reversal model. I have two models, but I have models for different sessions. So throughout London, I anticipate continuation. Don't really anticipate reversals that much, although I do play Asia ranges sometimes. Typically, I like it when liquidity is swept around the 8 a.m. mark for us, so 3 a.m. EST. When the liquidity is swept around that time and we start to reverse, then I'm expecting continuation for the entire session. So I'm expecting price to just continue into New York, and then at New York I typically trade a 10 a.m. reversal. So 9:30 I may get into a trade if there's some divergence before, and the significance is that is typically 4-hour sweep of liquidity, so rate of previous 4-hour candle, and then just a reversal thereafter. I don't need a big move because I'm just in and out of the market relatively quickly.
So Alpine Trader is a man with a mission. He's been trading so much he might as well be living inside the Apex platform. And what did he learn about the current state of prop firms? Well, it's no longer the Wild West of flip and ship accounts. Now, it's all about consistency, discipline, and patience. Ugh, patience. The spinach of trading strategies. Nobody likes it, but apparently it's good for you. And let's talk about the opening range breakout strategy, or ORB, as the cool traders call it. Alpine's been using it with surgical precision, which honestly is impressive, considering I struggle to decide if I should risk my $5 Starbucks gift card on a new latte flavor. But here's the kicker. This guy's got so many prop firm accounts, he might as well be the Jeff Bezos of evaluations. He's juggling accounts with Apex, Bullinox, and something called Phidias, or as I call it, the triathlon of trading masochism. But hey, when one account hits the max loss, he's got 19 others ready to go. It's like watching someone lose at Monopoly but still have hotels on Boardwalk. Inspirational, really. Now, you'd think with all this trading, Alpine wouldn't have time for a social life. Wrong. He's got a Discord community so tight-knit, it's basically a trading family. But like a nice one. No judgment, no drama, just good vibes and payouts. Honestly, that's more supportive than my therapist when I told her I tried to make avocado toast with guacamole Doritos. Don't judge me, Barbara.
And speaking of giving back, Alpine hosted a huge holiday giveaway during a stream. He gave away $1,350 in prizes, including $750 for his YouTube subscribers and $500 for his Discord members. So let's recap. This man trades, streams, builds communities, and plays Santa Claus. Alpine, buddy, save some productivity for the rest of us. But the best part? Alpine's reflection on 2024. He's not setting crazy goals for 2025. He just wants to match this year's success. Because in his words, the grind to the top of the mountain is more exciting than standing on it. And you know what? He's right. Standing on top of a mountain is just cold and windy. The journey is where all the action happens. Like slipping on rocks and wondering if you should have just stayed home with Netflix. So here's to Alpine Trader, streaming, grinding, and teaching us that trading isn't about perfection. It's about persistence, patience, and occasionally yelling at your camera when it overheats. And as Alpine said to his community, love you guys, happy holidays, and let's crush 2025. And hey, if you can't crush it, at least trade it with a tight stop loss.
All right, folks, let's dive into the holiday season, a time for giving, goodwill, and apparently social media drama about who gave the best gifts. Because what's the point of charity if you can't also spark a social media war, am I right? Take Jay Dunn, for example. This guy's out here making $10,000 in a week from trading, then turning around and giving it all away to help families in need. On paper, that's incredible. That's the kind of thing that gets the holiday movie treatment. Cue the heartwarming montage.
Hello, how are you today? Good. So every holiday season we like to go out and bless people after big years in the market and such. So I was wondering if I could give you a blessing today. No. No gimmicks, it's okay. Well, I hope you can, of course, you're welcome. Are you from here?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, go out and buy your grandkids all the presents in the world now. Well, you got a lot of toys, so I was wondering if I could give you $2,000. Is that okay?
Are you doing that out?
It's all yours.
Are you doing
I swear.
I'm going to play.
It's all yours. We have to go out, you see. Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, thank you. I've been struggling, so I'm going to give her some for rent.
Of course. That's awesome. Well, help your mom out.
Thank you guys so much.
Of course. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
He just helped 2 families pay for their Christmas presents, and one woman even said she was going to pay it forward to her mother who was struggling with rent. Amazing, right? Well, not so fast. Instead of applause, some folks on X decided to drag him for flexing about his generosity. Nutty Bar Trading, for instance, threw some shade, saying, the even bigger flex is when you don't have to flex about flexing. Ouch. That's basically the trading world's version of a yo mama joke, but Jay Dunn wasn't taking it lying down. He clapped back, saying, listen, I fed 10,000 people for Thanksgiving, given money to homeless shelters off camera, and y'all are still hating? Honestly, he's got a point. What do you have to do to win on this app? solve world hunger and then not mention it?
Then we've got Legacy Trader jumping in to defend Jay Dunn, declaring, at the end of the day, he's helping someone and you're not. Oof, that's an online mic drop if I've ever seen one. But Nutty Bar wasn't done, and the whole thing spiraled into a philosophical debate about whether sharing your charity online is inspirational or just tacky. Spoiler alert, everyone thinks they're right. Meanwhile, over on the sunnier side of X, we have Tanya Trades. Now, Tanya took a different approach. She posted about attending a toy drive with her friend Jake, better known as Rake Trades, a trading rock star. Together, they gave out over 500 toys to kids. But Tanya's post wasn't about her. It was about the spirit of community, collaboration, and good vibes. And guess what? Everyone loved it. Not a single flex accusation in sight. And this got me thinking. There's just something heartwarming about stories of generosity, like Dave Ramsey's classic tale of leaving a $50 tip for a waitress at Waffle House and quietly watching from the car as she discovers it. It's wholesome, it's simple, and it's impactful. But here's the catch. There's a big difference between hearing a story like that and seeing it unfold on social media. Because when you hear it, it's about the act of kindness. When you see it, suddenly it's not so much about the giving as it is about the giver. And that's where it gets cringy.
There's just something inherently awkward about exploiting someone else's tough situation for social media clout. Like, we get it. You gave a homeless guy $20. But do we really need a slow-mo close-up of him crying?
So what's the difference between Jay Dunn and Tanya? It's all about framing. Jay Dunn's post focused on his act and the amount he donated, which some people interpreted as self-promotion. Tanya's post, on the other hand, emphasized the impact and the collective effort. It wasn't look what I did, but look what we did together. And honestly, that's what people want to see. But here's the bigger question. Does it really matter? Whether the giving happens publicly or privately, isn't the real point that someone in need is being helped? Legacy Trader said it best. Take the good without the bad, and most importantly, don't spread hate. Criticizing someone for helping others is like yelling at Santa for being too jolly. It misses the entire spirit of the act.
And that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching Top Stories with Futures for Our Future. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Eric.
And I'm Brian. Thank you, and have a great week trading. Expect big changes in 2025. Good luck, and Happy New Year.